This is Hannibal back here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with another UAP slash drone news update. I just did an update on Donald Trump saying specifically on January 21st, he's going to reveal what's going on with the New Jersey drones, unless President Biden wants to do it first, which apparently they're just hoping that the problem's not going to progress enough where they're going to have to address it before the new administration takes over. But with Trump saying that today, that he says the problem is still going on, and other members of, I guess, his other elected officials, I would assume, that were there. There was some from Louisiana, Wyoming, Virginia, and there was somewhere else, and I'm sorry that I don't remember them off the top of my head, but there was at least four other states beside New Jersey that are saying they're still having drone incursions. So Luis Elizondo put out a video today with Rose Unplugged, which I've never heard of, but he dropped some good information in this. He said there are still drones flying in no-fly zone areas, and nothing is being done about it. He is currently putting together a proposal for the new administration to suggest that they appoint someone to be responsible for air domain awareness. He has also said in other interviews, as I've reported before, that he would be interested in being in control of such a position. And when I interviewed Tim Burchett, Tennessee congressman, last month, he said he would give his stamp of approval to that and actually recommend that to President Trump. So, and again, Elizondo also said in the past he could get rid of the drone issue in 30 days. In this interview, he went on to say these drones are traveling tens to hundreds of miles and are the size of SUVs. Our drones that are trying to chase them lose power and fall out of the sky when they attempt to chase them. He says, take a look at the military drones in the Ukraine rather, to see how easily these things can be weaponized and used in warfare. They could also be used as a delivery mechanism for chemical or biological weapons very easily. They go into the Chinese balloons that were collecting a lot of data and intelligence. And by the time there was only ever confirmation that one of them was a Chinese balloon, because there was three others that were shot down, and no pictures were ever shown of them, and they weren't really ever. No one's ever really said exactly what they are. So, but the one that was the Chinese spy balloon definitely collected a lot of information before it was shot down. According to many people, including CIA people, I've heard talk about it, former CIA people, not current CIA people. And as I said, Elizondo says they collected a lot of intelligence, these balloons, and the story just went away, much like the drone story has up until today when Donald Trump put it back into the news. He says the Biden administration has no solution for the problem. He says 4 years ago, there was a rash of these drones in Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska. Nothing was done about it by the administration. And I mean, this could be just a continuation of that. He brought up that terrorists were arrested over 20 years ago for a plan to fly remote control planes into the White House in a terror attack. So he brings that up for the current administration, saying this is nothing nefarious, nothing to worry about. Nothing. Basically, they're brushing it off, but he's basically saying to say that drones and remote aircraft are nothing to worry about. Well, apparently there was a terrorist plan to infiltrate the White House with them 20 years ago, where arrests was made, and the plan was actually stopped. He went on to say he's aware that there's going to be major whistleblowers stepping forward in 2025. And Tim Burchett even said on this channel that he expects Trump to provide some form of disclosure in the next 3 to 5 months.